Okay, so I'm going to tell you now how to set a single assignment for Spelling Shed. So first of all, you need to go down and find assignments in the menu on the left. Then click Create, and there are two different types of assignment. There's an assignment set, which is where you can set spelling lists to appear at weekly intervals over the period of a year, say, which means that you don't have to go in and set an assignment every single week. But we're looking just now at a single assignment. So this is a one-off assignment for you to set your pupils. So first of all, you might want to give it a title. And then you are going to select when you want the assignment to show up for the pupils and then disappear. So when you want it to be available from, you can set that in the future as well if you want to. Then you're going to click on the Spelling Games icon and it's going to come up with word lists. Now you might be choosing from our scheme. You might be choosing a word list from one of your lists that you have made, or a list that you have favorited or has been shared with you. If you're doing a word list from our current new scheme, you'll just select the year group, and then here you can see the list. So we've got 1, 2, 3, which correspond to the lessons. So then select the list, and then you'll get all of these different options to come up. Depending on the age of the pupils, you might want to click Spell with graphemes or Spell with letters. So it depends whether you want it split up into phonics or not. You can also do something called test mode. Now, this means that the pupil will play this assignment only once. If they exit the game mid-game, they won't go back to the beginning, but they'll go back from where they've left off. So essentially like a spelling test. So if it's just a normal weekly practice, you want to leave that off. But for any other reason, you might want to turn it on if you're going to do a spelling test. Then you've got this games required. Now, if you click limit options, this means pupils will only see the spelling list that you have set. Now you can type in here, say the number 3, and this means the pupils are required to play 3 games of this particular word list before their other games on the screen open up and they have access to everything else. If you don't want them to have access to anything else at all, just leave it blank for no limit, and it will just be until they achieve the Royal B status, which is the highest status. And to achieve that, they must play 5 games with getting 0 spellings wrong, so they all must be correct. If you don't click limit options, they'll be able to see your assignment and they'll be able to see the rest of the screen too. Then you want to select your pupils. Now, if you have any messages like I do there, that means that the pupil does not have a spelling license. They'll need to have a Spelling Shed license for them to access their games and assignments. So you might want to choose your group if you've got groups from down there, and you can choose all the pupils in the group, or you can select certain pupils. You've also got the option here to track group, and that just means if they're taken out of this group, they'll also be taken out of this assignment. So if your pupils move around groups quite a lot, that would be the best option to choose. Then we're going to click next, and if you've got any other teachers that need to be able to view this assignment, so for instance, if you need to be able to check that pupils have been practicing the spellings as part of their homework, you might want to put a job share here, or an LSA, something like that. You can add those there by clicking the add button. And then click save and close. And it will appear here if you've got it currently, or if you've put it in the future, it will appear in your pending tab. If you click details next to the assignment, you'll be able to see all the pupils, the games played. If you click on a certain heading, that will go from the scores low to high, so you'll be able to see really quickly who has and hasn't practiced. If you click that edit button, you'll be able to edit your assignment, and if you click this button here, that will take you to the word list that you have set, so you can see all of the words in that particular word list.